Coming from a family of engineers and teachers, Gabe Goodman jokes that he was the black sheep of the family because he went into the ministry. Gabe and his 4 siblings attended Clemson's Fort Hill Presbyterian Church every Sunday, along with his engineer father and his mother, secretary to the dean of the College of Business at Clemson University. He was only 17 when he felt the call to enter the ministry, while serving as a lifeguard and what he termed an all-around flunky at a Presbyterian church camp. Gabe played basketball at Rhodes College in Memphis and graduated with a double major in psychology and religion. After successfully navigating his theological education in Louisville, Kentucky, he claims he learned to be a pastor at his first church in a small town in Alabama. More importantly, he met and married his wife Maria there.
Maria grew up as a Methodist minister's daughter and vowed she would never, ever marry a minister. So don't make vows like that.
After marriage, Gabe and Maria were called to a church in the Boot Hill of Missouri, a time he still refers to as a 3-year wilderness experience. Emerging from the wilderness, God called them to the Promised Land, to the Jacksonville Beaches. Here, the young minister found his life's calling as the pastor of Community Presbyterian Church in Atlantic Beach. Full of enthusiasm, Gabe went to work, growing the congregation, the number of services, and adding 2 wings to the sanctuary. He didn't need much encouragement to pick up his guitar and join the church band called the Grateful Bread. The life of a minister is demanding, and Maria was by his side throughout his time at Community Presbyterian. While raising their 3 children, Charity, Leah, and Joshua, Gabe and Maria opened their home to a foster child and the occasional young adult needing a nurturing environment and a fresh start. Gabe expanded Community Church's ministry throughout the Beaches, serving for decades as the lead pastor of the Beaches Sunrise Service. With his fellow pastors on the Beaches Ministerial Association, he helped create Beam, Mission House, and Pablo Hamlet. He led the monthly worship at Pablo Towers and Pablo Hamlet for more than a decade. His congregation looked forward to the Sundays when Pastor Goodman might step into the pulpit, wearing the clothing of a biblical character rather than his clerical robe. They knew his sermon would come from that character's perspective, telling the story from the inside looking out, rather than from the outside looking in. Under his leadership, Community Presbyterian served as a shelter for the homeless on cold winter nights. They established mission-driven programs like Our Father's Housewares to supply furniture for the needy. First mission, no child in the Beaches area shall sleep on the floor. Community Presbyterian continued growing, and the congregation more than doubled. Gabe led a successful $6 million capital campaign to fund a renovation of the sanctuary, a new fellowship hall, a 2-story education wing, and a refurbished administration building. It was a day of great rejoicing when the mortgage was burned. After years of service, Gabe established himself as the Bishop of the Beaches. But in 2018, he felt another calling. It was time to retire. He looks back at his 34-year career with fond memories.
A pastor is called to do so many things. You must have abilities as an administrator, as a public speaker, and as a spiritual leader. It really was an awesome experience to stay in one place for so long. I got to live full life with many families, baptizing them, marrying them, and often burying them. It was a most fulfilling journey.
With retirement, Gabe and Maria exchanged their demanding church life for the journey of a lifetime. Traveling the country in a Ford F-350, pulling a fifth-wheel RV, and the Bishop of the Beaches became the King of the Road. Today, this former black sheep is now deservedly known as a Beaches legend.